dear mama. Truth be told, is this something that came up with my mom in her final times? Is I had mentioned about the goals and things I was working towards, and truly just unpacking some of these things, and maybe in the podcast forum. And that's one thing she made sure to give the go ahead and green light to. With that being said, you know, listen to Pac's dear mama. I'm gonna obviously start off deep with it, and that's cool. I like the depth I operate best there, so that's what we're gonna run it. With that being said, though, I've noticed, and you may have already heard a little bit of it earlier, that over the last year and a half since my mom's crossed over, she left with a little gift, the ability to be able to cry any different time. That's something, you know, we don't play with. We don't, growing up, you look at emotions and feelings and expression, those are things that a lot of times in different communities are suppressed. And I'll be the first one to say that I went through that. Growing up as a young, angry child, the way I expressed myself was in anger, but that was about it. And I didn't really deal with a lot of feelings and different emotions, we might say. So we'll get there. We'll have different talks and depths on just showing emotions and expressing and feelings and stuff like that. But bear with me if I do happen to get choked up during the process. You know, the love of a mother is something special, as we all know. And the power of a praying mother, I think, is more powerful than any of us know. I'm blessed, I'm grateful, I'm thankful, I'm lucky that I was able to experience both of those things in a great culmination because of my mother, named Angela, had the nickname Angel her whole life, and I still haven't been able to figure out where or even how that came to. But let me tell you, she was an angel way before I ever recognized it, realized it, and watched her transition into the more spiritual form of that. You know, we grow up, we go through a journey, but we gotta go, for us males, we gotta go from being a boy to being a man. And I'll tell you what, there's a certain level of adulting that comes with life and different experiences. I think most of us experience it first, or to the largest degree, with our children. And I'll be the first one to sit here and say, as somebody that doesn't have any children of their own, I can relate. I can relate to you parents. I know and understand a lot of different things and avenues of it. With that being said, I got a handful of two nieces and nephews that I would take in tomorrow if need be. Those are my children. I've watched them grow. I've tried to be there for them and their parents. And I love those kids. And I try to emulate the love of Jesus Christ and the love of my mother. And being able to love on each other, my family, my nieces and nephews, as much love as I saw given, even when it was undeserved or unrecognized. So all this to be said, you know, tribute to my mom. You know, I've learned more and more about honoring your mother and father. It's something that's ongoing. It's something I continue to strive and work towards. And before I forget, one of the unique things about it, I caught myself during the week of her transitioning, there was different times, and you know, I was crying out a lot. And at one time I caught myself referring to her as mama. I never referred to my mom as mama. Not that I can remember. I'm sure as a little child we called her different things. I addressed or changed as I grew up. What, like she always says, and like many of the women and mothers tell us, will always be there